Hey guys, today I got something a little different for you guys. I had this car come through in one of my emails. Normally I give all my car details away, but it was a Ferrari and I was like, what the heck, why not? Let's go detail a Ferrari. So today's video is gonna be how to properly wash and wax a Ferrari. We're about to hop right to the detail. If you get any type of value out of this, please subscribe, smash that like button, and hit the little bell notification so every time I post a video, it'll come up. That's enough for me talking. Let's get to work. All right, guys, so first things first is we always start off on the interior and specifically the driver's side. Let's hop inside and let's begin. All right, guys, let's go ahead and start off with the video. Our first step is to start off on the driver's side in the interior, and what we do here is we take our detail brush and our shop vac and we go around and we basically dust. So this is going to do all of our cracks, all of our crevices, our vents, knobs, around all the buttons, everything. I just like to do this step to just get off any loose dirt, any sand, any debris. We have a lot of sand in our area from all the beaches, so this right here is just a good way to just go ahead and get a 99% of all the lint, all the dust, all the sand out of those cracks and crevices, and then we take our detail spray and then we start cleaning. Now this car, like most supercars, are pretty clean for the most part, so I don't really like to use heavy degreasers. I actually really enjoy Young Living essential oils, their Thieves line. Basically this stuff, guys, it's an all natural product that you can use in a glass bottle, and then you can add certain scents and certain oils to it. My wife sells this stuff and she kind of talked me into using it, and it's absolutely amazing and I love it. It's not a super heavy degreaser, so if cars are super dirty, it's probably not going to be your one of your go-tos, but for cars like this or really nice high-end vehicles, go ahead and look up Young Living. I think I have a link down below. You can get a little more information about it. It's actually a really good product, and it's all natural and it's super healthy for you. Anyway, so we're gonna hop to our seats. If you notice here, I take my detail brush and I get all inside the stitching of the seats, and then I take my hand and pull it aside, and that really opens up those cracks and crevices in the seats, so you can really get all the crumbs, everything in there. You'd be surprised if you take your hand and you open those creases up, you'd be surprised what's all in there. So go ahead, deep clean your seats to the best you can, and then shop back your carpets and get everything perfect, and we're gonna hop to the other side when we're finished up. One thing I always train either my employees or anybody that hits me up for personal training is do the same system the same way every single time. It's going to make you a much more efficient detailer, and it's just going to ensure that you never miss anything because you never have to guess where you're going next. Always start off on the driver's side, do your center console, your radio area, your steering wheel, and then move on out to the floor, and then your seat, then your door, and then if it's a four-door car, do the back seat, do the trunk, do the passenger back seat, and then the passenger side. All the way around the car every single time, no matter what, and it will ensure you that you get a perfect detail every single time. And when you develop your own system, it's going to save you so many times. Most people hit me up and say, dude, before I trained with you, it'd take me 4 or 5 hours to detail a car, and now I can do it in 2.5 hours. And it's because I teach my same system every single time. So watch this video over and over again and just kind of see the flow of how I do things, and I really think it's going to save you a bunch of time in the future. Alright, so let's move on to the exterior. First things first is just give the car a quick spray down, and then we always do our rims first. So as you notice, I sprayed the rims down, and now I'm spraying this degreaser here. This is some stuff I buy from a local distributor that you probably can't get online, but really any degreaser will work fine. You can actually just go to Walmart and get Purple Power. Purple Power works great, and honestly, it's the cheapest thing you can buy for the price. Go ahead, spray the rims down, give it a wash. I usually keep a bucket full of water with my rag in there, and I usually spray the degreaser on there and then wash everything by hand. Make sure you get everything perfect. And then guys, it helps to have a pressure washer, because the pressure washer, you can clean the wheels, you can clean the wheel wells, and you can get behind the rim itself with the pressure washer, and it usually knocks off all the brake dust and everything. That way you don't even have to do it by hand, but just doing it by hand just adds that much better of a detail to it. But the pressure washer is going to help you immensely. So go ahead and get the rim squared away, and then we'll hop on to the next step. Alright guys, so right after the rims, we jump to the bug removal process. Just take your degreaser and spray it onto the front bumper and over the headlights. Let it sit for about 10 seconds, and then take your pressure washer and spray the bugs right off. You don't have to scrub, you don't have to brush, you don't have to do anything like that. 9 out of 10 times it'll come right off with just a simple pressure wash. Then we're going to hop right into spraying down the car again. This is mainly just to get it wet, and then we take our car wash soap and our foam cannon and we foam it down. I usually like to blow through a whole bottle on one car just to get it extra soapy. I usually let it sit for about I don't know, maybe 2 minutes, a minute or so, and then I spray it down again before we go ahead and wash it with our mitt. So right after we're done spraying everything off and you make sure all the soap off, hop right into drying. These are extra plush drying microfiber rags. You can find them in the link down below. Dry the car up, and then we'll move on to our next step. Alright guys, let's hop right into the door jambs. I just take microfiber rags. The door jambs are usually pretty wet still from the washing process. If you do it right after, that's usually what I recommend. Hop right into the door jambs to get them squared away. Luckily these door jambs are pretty clean, so I just had to wipe them with a rag and they were perfect. Then we're going to hop right into our tire shine process. I specifically do the tire shine right now instead of after I wax the car, because you will get overspray on the paint and the overspray will come off in the waxing process, versus if you wax the car first and then did the tire shine, then you're going to get overspray on the vehicle and then you have to go behind hand and try to clean it all up, and that will kill your time and efficiency. So do the tire shine, get the wheels squared away first before you wax the car. Alrighty, our next step is to go ahead and seal up the paint. Now, I said wax in the beginning. This isn't actually a wax, it is a polymer sealant. I use a product called JESCAR Power Lock. It is an amazing product down here in our salty, warm air in Orange Beach, Alabama. So I use this product. Go down below, the link is down below if you would like to pick this product up. It goes on super easy and smooth, and it comes off easy, but you do have to let it sit for at least 30 minutes before you take it off. It is a sealant, so it has to dry on the paint and actually seal up the paint before you take it off. If you take it off any earlier, it'll kind of lose the effect of what it's supposed to be doing. Now another thing you can see right here, I'm doing up and down, and then I go side to side and up and down. I actually apply this this sealant as I would a polish. So I really polish it in. You get kind of a cut out of it and a polish out of it if you go real slow. My speed setting is on about 4, and I do my side to side, up, down, side to side polish motion throughout the entire car. It'll usually take me about 30 minutes just to do this. But guys, if you take your time and you do this process right, you're going to get a much better shine out of the paint, because you're not just applying the product, you're actually working it in and you're polishing it up. So watch how I do it. Let's finish up this step and then we'll hop on to taking it off. Alrighty, now that our JESCAR polymer sealant is dried and it's sat on the paint for at least 30 minutes, but sometimes I even wait more than 30 minutes, we're gonna go ahead and take it off. Get you some brand new fresh microfiber rags. Get 2 rags, keep one in both hands. One, that way you're not touching all over the car with your other hand, and 2, I actually use it in a very specific way. So one hand is kind of my main takeoff rag, and then the other hand is kind of my finishing finesse rag. It's kind of like if you ever ceramic coated a car, it's your number 1 rag and your number 2 rag. It just helps keeping the car and everything in line in system. Go ahead, go around all your emblems, make sure there's no wax residue around your emblems, and go ahead and just take off all of the sealant. Get down low, check all your different angles, make sure that sealant is completely off, and then we'll hop on to our next step. Alrighty, this is our final and last step. It is the dreaded windows. Most detailers hate the windows, along with myself, but hey, they have to be done. So what do? We get 2 fresh, plush microfiber rags. We wet one and keep one dry. That's it. No fancy sprays, no creams, no nothing. All we do is 1 wet rag and 1 dry rag. Usually do up, down, side to side motions. So you can see right here, up and down, and then I do circle motions to take it off. Typically, this is the easiest and safest way to not get streaks. One little trick you can do if it's super hot outside, bump the AC up super high in the car, let it run for about 10 minutes, and then when the glass cools down, it'll be a heck of a lot easier not to leave streaks behind. So go ahead, let's get the glass cleaned up, and that is our final step. Now, once this is done, go ahead and tidy up the car, make it absolutely perfect before you present it to the customer. What I like to do is take some Young Living essential oils that we used in the beginning, and I like to just kind of spray it on the carpets very lightly so that it kind of diffuses in the car. It has an amazing smell and it's super healthy for you, and it is an all natural product. One thing I will say that I apologize for is I did not film me shampooing the carpets. If you would like some information on that, look down below. I do have some links for that. But other than that, guys, I filmed the entire process, so I really hope you guys enjoyed this car like I did. And please hit the like button, please subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.